Hello everyone, welcome to another session on online teaching tools. In this video, I am going to show you how we can use Google Classroom for effective teaching learning process. If you are a beginner, then this video will help you to get started with the Google Classroom. I am going to give you very basic information about how to set up and use your Google Classroom effectively. To start Google Classroom, you need to have your Google account. So first of all, you set up your Google account. So here I am going to show you how we can use Google Classroom for effective sharing course material with the students and for giving the assignment, online assessments, etc. So actually, in this video, I am going to show you how to create a Google Classroom, how to create class code to invite students to classroom, how to organize the course material unit wise, how to share course material and YouTube links, how to create and share the assignment with your students. In previous video, we have already discussed that for effective online teaching, we have to use multiple tools. For example, for online delivery of your lecture, you may use Cisco WebEx, Google Meet or similar platform. Then you can use different tools like Google Classroom, Edmodo, Google Quiz, Testmos, etc. for sharing your course material, sharing your assignments, online assessment, objective test, descriptive exams, etc. And for communication with the students, we can always form the subject group on WhatsApp or Telegram. And we can share the useful information using these groups. So before I start my presentation, let me tell you that I have created one folder here, which is Google Classroom on this desktop, and kept all the files ready to share during my presentation of this video, such as syllabus, one assignment, some PDF files, some YouTube links, etc. Now I will click on this Google Classroom folder. So here I have one assignment which I am going to share during my presentation. Then I have one syllabus. This is the syllabus of my course. Then I have some course material which I want to share with the students. Then I have copied some NPTEL links, some useful YouTube links, and I have pasted in the Word format. So let us start. So first we will see how to create or join the Google Classroom. So as I told you, to use Google Classroom, first you should have your Google account ready. So first you set up your Google account and have your Google username and password ready. So to start Google Classroom, we have two options. First option is type Google Classroom here. If you type Google Classroom and press enter, then we will get this screen. So then you can click on this Google Classroom. So if you click on this Google Classroom, it will ask you your username and password. If you enter your username and password, you will get into Google Classroom. Otherwise, you have another option. So here I have already logged in into my Google account. So you log in into your Google account, and then here click on this symbol and then search for Google Classroom. So here there is Google Classroom. Click on this Google Classroom. So this will take you into your Google Classroom. Okay. Now you can see I have already something here. So these are the classes created previously. If you are using first time, then here it will be a blank place. Now let us talk for a minute about why we should use Google Classroom. Actually, the Google Classroom is a free web service by Google. The primary purpose is to streamline the process of sharing files between teachers and students. Basically, this is a system to help with student learning and also to help the teacher to teach the class. So it is basically a learning management system like Edmodo. Now you can see here I have two classrooms created. In this classroom there are 73 students. Now suppose you want to create a new classroom for your course. Then you have to click this plus sign here. If you click on this plus sign, you will have two options: join class and create class. Join class is for students and create class is for teacher. So if you click on this join class, it will ask for class code. So the student can enter the class code which is provided by the teacher here and then click on join the class. Then they can join this class by entering the class code provided by the teacher. Now as a teacher, we have to click on this create class. If you click on this create class, a window will pop up. So I am going to check this and click on continue and begin creating my class. Now to create my class, suppose I want to teach a subject, Advanced Theory of Structure. So just type in class name, Advanced Theory of Structures. Now here in section, I will write my name by Dr. Suchita. Then I will skip this and click on the create. Now it is creating the class for me for the subject Advanced Theory of Structure. Now this is your classroom. You can see the name of subject here, Advanced Theory of Structure. You can see your name here. This is the theme. You can change this picture. To change this picture, you can click here, select theme. So you will get various options: general, English and history, maths and science, arts, etc. So you can click on any theme you like and then select class theme. So this will be now will look like this. Suppose you don't like any theme, then you can upload a photo from here. Now at this point, I don't have any student in my class. I will show you how to get them in the class. Now you can see here class code. Each class has a unique class code as displayed here. If you click on this, you can view the class code. And using this class code, the students and other teachers can join the class. So you can share this class code with your student through say WhatsApp group or by email so that they can join your class by using this class code. Now we will talk about these main sections of Google Classroom, that is stream, classwork, people, grades and setting. So let us see one by one. So first one is a stream. Stream allows me to communicate with my class. Stream is just like your notice board where we want to put our notices. So you can communicate with your class through this stream option. We can make some announcement using this stream option. So I can post announcement and I can respond to the student post here. So let us see how we can use this stream option. Now in this stream option, you can see here, communicate with your class here, create and schedule announcement, respond to students post. Suppose I want to make some announcement or I want to write some notice for our student, then you can click here, write something. All the students are hereby informed that whatever you want to communicate with your student, you can write here, and then you can also add here some Google files, or you can add link or anything you can add to this announcement, and then click on the post. Once you click on post, student can see here all the students are hereby informed that. Then they can see the notice here. So here, if you want to edit this or delete this, then you can do it from these three dots. So if you click on edit, then you can edit this, again save. So this is how we can use stream for making some announcement. Now the second and the most important section of Google Classroom is classwork. Classwork is the heart of Google Classroom, where we have to do most of our work. Through this classwork tab, we can share the course material with the students. We can create the assignments, we can post the assignment, video links, etc. Now let us see how we can organize our class content here. So click on classwork. So first I will make unit wise section here so that I can organize my work. For any course, we have a syllabus consisting of some units. So first we will see how we can upload the syllabus and other course material. First we will make unit wise section in here, and then we will upload the syllabus and the course material. So for that, first I will click on this create topic. So here I will write syllabus, add. Again I will write create topic, unit 1, slope deflection method. Add. Again I will make one more folder here, topic, unit 2 moment distribution method. Add. Likewise, we can create the sections unit wise. Again, I will create one more, unit 3 stiffness matrix method. Add. Now these are the folders where we are going to upload our course material, assignments, links or PDF files, anything you want to share with your students. Now you can see here the sequence, unit 3, unit 2, unit 1. Now you want to change this. I want this syllabus to be at the top. So I just will click on the syllabus and I can take wherever I want. Then I want it here at the top. Then I want unit 1. So you can click here and you can see move up. So you can move up, again move up. So first syllabus, then unit 1, then unit 2, unit 3. Like this we can organize all the unit. Now in this syllabus I want to put my PDF file consisting of the syllabus. So for that I will click here create material. So I will write here syllabus of advanced theory of structure, and then I will click here add file, upload, then browse. So it is here syllabus, open it. And then here you can see topic. So in this topic you select syllabus. Syllabus is the folder where we want to put this syllabus, and then post. Click on post. So you can see here in syllabus folder we have this file which consists of syllabus. The student can see here what is the syllabus of that course. They can click here and view the syllabus. So this is how we can share our file consisting of syllabus. Now suppose I want to share some course material for unit number 1. So let us see how we can upload that course material for this unit number 1. So again click on create material. Then suppose it is a PDF file. So you can write course material for slope deflection method. You can write some description if you want. It is NPTEL lecture by IIT professor. So I can add here file, upload, browse, and then I can click here whatever file I want to upload, then open. So this file is now available here. Go to this portion here, select appropriate section. I want to upload it for unit number 1. So click here slope deflection method and post. So you can share this course material before the class or after the completion of class. So you can see here, whenever student will visit this page, this classroom, they can see here for slope deflection method, there is something shared NPTEL PDF. So if they click on this, they can view this file. So this is how we can share the course material with the students. Now let us see how to share the video link to the students. So for that, I have already copied some link here. So I will copy this link. Go to create, then material. You can write here some title. YouTube link of NPTEL lecture. So here you can add and click on link, paste the link, click on add link, and then where you want it, I want it in first unit. So I will click here first unit and then post it. So when you post it, the student can see here for unit number 1, they have 2 course material. One is PDF file, and this is the PDF file we have already shared. And second one is YouTube link for NPTEL lecture. So whenever student will click on this, they can directly view this lecture.
Now I was talking about a ticking moment. 2 equations in the moment form or one moment, another is the force form.
So this is
now.
So this is how we can share the video link to our students. There is one more way to share the video link to the student. So for that, we can click on create, then material. Here you can add the title, video link. You can add some description here, and then you can click on add YouTube. Then you can search for the video here. I want NPTEL lecture on slope deflection method. So search here. So this is that lecture I want to add. So click on it and click on add. So then you can select here, I want to add this in unit number 1. then click on post. So now student can see here the NPTEL lecture video link. They can watch this video.
This is the original tangent, final tangent, original tangent, final tangent.
They can directly click on the link and watch the video. So this is how we can share the student the video link of YouTube. Now next we will see how to create and post the assignments. So for that again we will click on create. So here we have option assignment. So click on assignment, give some title, assignment number 1. If you want to write some instruction, you can write here. Then you can add. If you have the assignment ready in some Word format or PDF format, then you can click on File, Upload, Browse, Assignment, and Open. So this is the assignment I want to share with my student. So here, if you click on this, we have option student can view file, student can edit file, or make a copy for each student. So I will keep it student can view file because I don't want that student should edit this file. So keep it like this, student can view the file. Now you can add here marks for that assignment. If you want to give 10 marks, write here 10 marks. Then write here due dates. When you want the student to submit this assignment, suppose I want here by 14th of August, student should, this is the last date for submitting the assignment. So I can give the due date. Now I want to add this assignment in unit number 1. So I will add here and then click on assign. So here you can see in slope deflection method unit number 1 there is one assignment. So student can view this assignment. Now here you can see turned in and assigned. So in turned in you can see how many students have submitted that assignment, and here how many students, the student who have not submitted that assignment. So you can get it the information from here. So this is how we can upload our assignment. Now suppose you don't want to upload the assignment, you can directly type in Google Classroom. So for that you can click on create assignment and then write here assignment title, say assignment number 2. Write some topic here, write some instruction, whatever you want. Then click on add. Now here now click on the create docs. Now here you can directly type your assignment. And then click on share. Save. Done. Now here you can see your assignment number 2 which you have created. Again you can give some marks here. due date, add some due date. Then here I want to add this into unit number, say 2, moment distribution method. Then here you have options. If you want to assign right now, then you can assign it, or you can schedule it for later. So you can either click on assign, or you can click on schedule, or you can also save the draft. So this is how we can give the assignment to the students. Now let us see how student can submit this assignment. So I have my another class. I will show you from that how student can submit the assignments. So I will click here assign. So these are the material we have shared with the students. Now we will see how the student can submit the assignment. For that, I will click here. I have another class, design of reinforced concrete structure. I will click on this. So this is my class. So here, this is the assignment which I have given to the students. Assignment of design of staircase. So if you click on this, you can see here 64 students have submitted the assignment. And if you want to see this assignment, how they have submitted, click on this 64. You can see that this student, name of the students, they have submitted the assignment. Now if you want to check any assignment, then you can click on here on the assignment, and you can check here what they have written, how they have submitted the assignment. Then you can add here your comments for that assignment, so that student can see the comments. So click on this cross. Now let us see this term work. This is the lab work. Students have submitted the journal. 68 students could submit the journal online. So if I want to see, I can click on this, and these are the students who have submitted the journal. Now suppose I want to check the journal. Let us click on this. You can see that this Anuj More has submitted his term work. For this subject. So you can check his term work online. You can put some comments here if you want to add some comment and return it back to the student. So this is how we can check the journals or make the assessment online. So in this way, in classwork, we can organize the course material, we can assign the work to the student, we can make the online assessment of the students. So we'll go back to our class, Advanced Theory of Structure. So this is how we can use this classwork. So through this classwork, you can create the topic, you can make the assignments, you can send the assignments, You can make the quizzes. You can share the resource material to the students. Now, next option is people. Now, let us see what is there. Now, if you click on this people, we can organize who is in the class. We can invite the people to our class through people link. So here we can invite teachers. If you want to add teacher, you can invite teacher from this. You can type email and then click on invite. Similarly, if you want to invite the students to the class, you can click on this invite student, type their email here and then click on invite. But instead of this, it is convenient to share the class code to the student. But be careful because anybody with this code can join your class. Now next tab is the grade. Now these grades we will see in next video while learning the how to make the quizzes. Next is setting. In setting you can change, if you want to change the title of your course, instead of advanced theory of structure, suppose you want to change it. If you want to make some changes in class details, then you can make in settings. So in this video, we have learned how to put the notices through stream, then how to upload the syllabus, how to upload the assignments, how to upload the video links and some course material, and how to share all these with your students. So from all this discussion, actually you have seen here, we use Google Docs, Sheets and Slides for writing assignments and sharing course material, and Gmail for communication, Google Drive for assignment creation and distribution, and Google Calendar for scheduling. In Google Classroom, teachers can monitor the progress of each student, and after being graded, teacher can return the work with comments. So this is how we can create the Google Classroom and share the course material with the students. So I hope now, along with your online teaching, you will use Google Classroom for organizing and sharing your course material and assignments. I hope you will find this tutorial useful to create your Google Classroom. In next video, we will see how we can conduct online objective tests, that is quizzes, and also descriptive exams, and how you can make online assessment of the students. So if you like this video, please share it so that it will be listed in Google and YouTube search and can be reached to more number of viewers. You will also find the links of other related videos in the description box below. So stay connected. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you.